Hello, everyone. It is such a delight to be back. Thank you for the warm welcome before class. I've had a great time. So today we are going to finish what's known as the brush knee sequence. So far, you've done brush knees and you've done brush knees and handstand salute into brush knee. So you've done these transitions, but you haven't tried brush knee on the other side yet. So we're gonna get into that today and do that. But first, how about we warm up with what we know? And what I'm going to suggest today is that we do it a couple of times. And the first time I'm going to model for you like we always do. In fact, let's do it 3 times. The first 2 times I'm going to model for you like we always do. And then the third time I'm going to watch you folks do it. And that way I'll know sort of where you're at and what's going on. And then we'll answer questions, go through reviewing anything you want to review, and then move into the rest of the brush knee sequence. So any questions before we start? All right, let's go. Let's get into prepare. You've got your own checklist, I'm sure, by this point. You want that feeling of your head lifting up. You want that feeling that you could sit in a chair. You almost started sitting in that chair. Your knees are not locked. They're flexible, but they're not really bent. Like straight, hands hanging at your side, little weights on the end, as Nancy says. And opening. Left ward off. I'm just going to call the moves, not how to do them right now. Right ward off, at least for these. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push. Hand strums the lute. And another left knee, brush knee, and push. And again. Prepare. Opening. I'll add a few tips. I won't be able to do that when I'm watching you later. Feel yourself stretching up as you're pushing down. Left ward off. Shifting left, turning right. Sit. Close step. And that big bird on our arms. Rightward off. Shift, turn right. Everything left, grab, pull with that left hand. Close, step, small bird on that arm. Roll back, arms rotating, looking right. Keep those arms where they are, swing left and back. Reeling those arms in. Oh, you're a little squished, and expand out. Arms open and back over that ball for push. Single whip. Shifting back, hands flatten. Pull with that left arm, follow with the right. Throw someone in the corner. Pushing down in front. Make that hook. Windshield wiper with that left arm and step. Deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward, shift right, turn right. All our weight left, open that hook, circle back, step forward on your heel for arms at the center. White crane. We're gonna rotate our arms and pull down, shifting our weight all the way back as our arms circle, and step to the corner. Stand on that foot, right arm up, left arm down, ball of the foot, empty step. Left brush knee, right arm rotates. You could look at your palm as it's starting to come down and swing. Step. Polish the table, right hand at the shoulder, and strike. Giving way with that right hand, yielding, bringing the right foot in. Push with the ball of your foot, heel down, and one arm down, one arm up, strum that loop. And another brush knee, swing, step. Polish the table with that left hand, right hand's ready to strike, bend knee. All right. Okay. So how about you folks just get yourself into prepare? I'll call the moves because you're going to be doing it at different paces. There's you may have to wait between moves, and I won't particularly call out the how to do it. Ready? So prepare. Opening. Nice. Leftward off. Nice. Rightward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Raise hands and step forward. Nice. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push. Handstrom salute. Give way, give way, give way. Forward and give way. There you go. There you got it. There you got it. And final left brush knee. Don't worry, we're going to review it all. All right, you know why I'm smiling? That's it. That's it. You know why I'm smiling? I have never, ever tried that at this stage with any first section class. That you folks got as far as you did is enormous. Yes, it's enormous. Okay, because number one, I'm not calling how to do it. I'm not reminding you anything like, oh, it's the big bird one. Oh, it's that, like, most people don't even know what the words are yet. And one of you were in a position similar to where you would be if you were going to go into single whip. And so you went into single whip early. And that is so cool. Yeah, the person just went, yeah, that was me. That is really cool, because what it is it says your body knows. Your body already has a feeling that single whip might work there. So why not, right? So it's actually a sign that you're getting there, right? And you don't have it in your bodies yet. You can't possibly have it unless you're like practicing every day and that kind of thing. But it's really amazing to me that you're able to get as far, and I really appreciate it, because it's hard to see while you're demonstrating. You can imagine that, right? Like you have to look like this all the time, and I don't, because I'm so used to looking the way I'm supposed to look so that you can watch me and know which way to look. So today, we're not going to have as much of that problem, but let me suggest, so I wanted to empower you in that. That was amazing. Your understanding of Grasp the Bird's Tail was, you know, as a group, was really amazing. And I warned you at one point, I think, that a white crane was harder than it looked. And I could see people kind of going, you know, during white crane. And so don't worry. We're going to be doing and reviewing first section until about the 4th of July. And then, with the exception of handstrom salute, every move in first section is in another section. So see, you've got lots of chance as you move forward. So, hey, Rima, welcome. Nice to see you. So, so let's, how about we review today the brush knees, answer your questions about that. But you have any other questions before we do that? Like something that was earlier that you went, now that I was doing it all on my own and there wasn't anyone to look at, I wasn't sure what was going on. You have a question? Yeah, Crystal.
I have a request. At some point, can you just let me make a list of what the calls are in order so I can write them down? And then that's a good way that I learn to memorize things.
So what the names of each thing is, or what I actually say when I'm leading it?
Actually, just the names.
Just the names.
Yeah,
that's
so
easy to do. So what I'll
Yeah.
do is I'll send you, I think I may even have a card you can print out. I used to give them out in class. So if I can find that, I'll get my first section card and I'll send it to you, and you can print it out, and then you can have a little thing like this that you can, like, You can blow it up if you want, but you'll have a picture that you can like that has everything on it, and that'll help a lot. You can also find it on the internet.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, having the words in my mind.
It's the 103 or 108 Yang form, and so you can find it there. So it's good. But I want to say that as a group, you folks look just really fabulous while you were doing it. So congratulations on that. And I know it was particularly difficult for some of you, and that's fine too. I could not do what some of you did when I took first section for the first time. Just want you to know, I couldn't do it. Someone had asked me, I would have been the person who turned off my video or moved out of, you know. So don't worry about that. Okay, so any specific questions about particular moves? We're going to review brush knee a little bit. Okay, because I want to do the whole sequence. So one thing I want to just say to begin with is, let me actually take this off. Well, no, I'll leave it on for this time. One thing you want to do is get this sense. So can we all just do, yeah, we'll take this off for now. Can we all just do this again? You know, like, yeah. You have your body shape. Wonderful. Yeah, you have your body shape. This is our body shape. Always with those elbows down, right? And feeling connected, right? Like, yeah, wonderful. And then we can drop them, right? But we can also swing them, right? Like this. Right. That's all really you're doing, except you're also turning when you do it. Actually not quite all, but let's just do that for, so you turn and you look where your hand is, right? And then you could come back up. We could do it on the other side, and you turn, right? Right? That's, I mean, there's other stuff you do, but there's the swing. And whenever you swing like that, it's swing step. Every single time, swing step. There's a turn. You turn towards where your hand is swinging, towards the corner here, and it's a swing step. Swing step with the other foot, every single time. It's a bow step. Swing step. And if we did it on the other side, we might as well do it on the other side, right? So weight on the left foot, and we're gonna swing our arm and turn. And every time we swing our arm and turn, we're gonna step out for a bow step. Swing, step. And when that hand hits that point, our heel is on the floor. Swing, step. So that's one of the things about brush knees that we've got. I wish it was that simple. The other thing we have, and I noticed this when I was looking at you, is that not only do you have this swing, but we do this. Just keep the circle going. Can you do that? Yeah, actually, right here. Right here. Like you had suspenders or something else that you could kind of grab, right? Right here, right? So, like this. And if you think about it, it's all part of the same swing. You got that? It's all part of the same swing. Swing, 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 both sides. Swing, swing, swing. You can swing them both, but you can't turn then. So swing, right? Don't forget, it's as if you're just a little farther away than you could like grab your suspenders or whatever straps you have handy, right? Like that. So what are we doing in brush knee? Anybody here ever played softball or baseball or thrown balls? Do we have anybody who did that like sometime? Crystal. Okay. Arlene. Okay. So not everybody feels comfortable with that, but take a ball for now, or it could be a football. Take a ball for now. I mean, I missed this because I wasn't there for it, right? Take the ball. Whatever hand you've got, I'm actually ambidextrous. It really helps. All right, so you could mirror me or not, but you know, like don't you go back and then you step out, right? And then you throw, right? You see Russell, I don't know, Russell Wilson, as not Russell Wilson anymore. You've got a different guy now, right? But he comes back like this and then, right? And then he goes. I want you to watch my upper body. When I do that, I'm going to be, you know, you're a baseball person or something, right? I go back, that arm swings back. Now, if I'm a football player or a baseball player, I'm looking this way. We happen to be looking this way, but the arm goes back, the foot goes forward. And you have this feeling that you could store a bunch of energy, and then they come through and they throw. And you've seen those pictures, you know, they might do it like this and they step through. But somebody like a football player, they won't do that. Because they don't want to have anybody knock them down or anything. So they usually stay back. So you're actually doing that in brush knee. Believe it or not, you're throwing in brush knee. What are you throwing? A strike. And you have that same storage of energy, and your foot goes out and you are coiled like a spring. And then you finish that, this swings, and you're able to turn a lot, not just to the corner, almost past the corner a little bit, your upper body, because your foot's back, right? You're turning on that side. So there you are, and you swing, and then you can start to turn back, but that swing finishes as you're going heel, ball, toe, right? And you've turned back a little, but not very much. And you're shifting your weight forward just a little. But then what do? You really release that energy and you bend your front knee. And you're striking, I'm sure you were told this, you're striking with this part, right? So you're throwing a strike. You're throwing a strike, right? So when you do left brush knee, you're throwing a strike with your right hand. So if that helps you, yeah, nice, Fidji. Nice. Do you feel that? Throwing a strike, right? So that will motivate you to get that hand up, and that's why that hand needs to be right here. And all it is where your hand would come. It can come pretty naturally right here, but it's also where your body, you can do it on either side, where your body can feel ready, right? Ready to go. Now, I want to say one other thing. When any of these great football or baseball players play, they have to be very careful about their body shape. Very, very careful. If you're a baseball player and you throw a big 90-mile-an-hour pitch or 100-mile-an-hour pitch, and you go like this to try to throw it, you hurt your shoulder. So they always, they turn. It looks like they've opened their shoulder, but they haven't. Look, I haven't opened my shoulder. My elbow is still in front of my side. Do you see that? I've just turned. I've turned my upper body. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice your brush knee like a lot of you have been doing. I want you to make sure that your elbow has not gotten behind you, right? You turn your upper body. Got that? Otherwise, you're going to hurt your shoulders. Right. It's an optical illusion, right? You're still in that same body shape. This is what you're doing. But when you turn, it looks like it's to the corner because your body has turned. Got that? Okay. So I want to make sure everybody's got that with what they're doing. So let's just remind ourselves about left brush knee and push and what we did before. So let's see. Actually, I do want to. No, we'll do this. We may not get as far today as I was thinking we would. That's fine. So let's see. Where are we? We are. I think we're in white crane, right? So we're in white crane, right? So here. All right, my right hand. We're in white crane. What do we do first? Rotate that right arm and rotate the left arm. Everybody got that? You see my left arm rotating? There we go. Rotate both. Right arm drops, left arm rises, and you're already turning to the right. Your weight is on your right foot. Now I want you to swing, step. Starting to move forward, polish the table. Here comes that right arm. And you've moved forward, gone heel, ball, toe, but look at my left knee. It's not really bent very far yet. Then what happens right here? I'm gonna power this with a turn of my torso. Turn, square, and throw that strike out. Left hand down, right, correct. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. From white crane, right. All right, rotating both forearms and swing, step, polish the table, it's to your shoulder, and strike, bend knee. Nice. Looking good. Do you want to practice that a few more times? Or is it feeling like you've got it? It's getting there. Let's take two more times. We're in a left empty step on the ball of our foot. And rotate those arms, drop that right elbow, left arm rises, right arm down, swing, step, polish the table, starting to turn back, moving forward, heel, ball, toe. It's at your shoulder and turn, throw that strike. bend that knee. Nice. One more time. And then we'll go on. Rotating, swing, step, polish the table, strike, turn, bend knee. What happens now? Hand strums the lute. Yield forward. Someone's grabbed your arm, you just go with them. They're pulling you, but bring that left foot in, that right foot in. It's pointed towards the corner. Now, push back. Pull that arm in front of your chest and look at my left hand. As I did that, it's cocked. It's not like this, it's like this. My weight's entirely on my right foot. So I can put my heel down and one up, one down. Once again, our palm is facing towards the middle forearm of our other hand. And another brush knee, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Let's just go right into giving way, stepping in, shifting back, heel touch, one line, two sides, strum that lute. Okay. Do you know what you're doing here? You've grabbed somebody's arm. This is an up down. It's the same position that we did like this, right? The same kind of thing, except that was a split energy where we were controlling them, I think was the word we used. Controlling them with energies that came in opposite directions this way. This is where our energies are up down so that we can control their arm or damage their arm. So that's what's going on here. We've grabbed their arm. They had us, now we've got them, right? So that's what's going on there. Any questions about this part of the sequence? Okay, I want to introduce you to some hands, and you can mirror me or not. So here we are, we finished, yeah, high five. We finished our brush knee, right? We have brush knee. Okay, here's our hands. Nothing happens with the top hand, and the other hand, the other arm just rises up halfway, right? Easy. Small turn in the direction of your lower hand. And I want you to sort of go into rollback position. You're going to rotate the bottom hand so that the fingertips point towards the middle forearm. Got that? So you're rotating so let's do it again. From here, come up. Now, the only thing that's going to change is that the elbow, you're not just going to rotate, you're actually going to come in. And you can see there's a little bit of a turn here, Then, easy peasy, this arm's going to go down. This arm's going to swing. And I'm going to turn. 4 brush knee. Pointy arm is going to polish the table. The other one is going to come to my shoulder. I haven't turned back much, just a little. I'm turning, but just a little. Then at this point, big turn of my upper body, and the polishing hand comes down. Nice. And then I could bring this arm up. Halfway. That's better. It's now going to turn a little bit. My body turns a little bit in this direction. Now I'm going to swing the bottom arm and push down with the top arm and turn. Nice body position. Do you see how see how my arms are extended? Then what am I going to do? Start to turn back, but very slowly. Polish the table, arm to the shoulder, then finish the turn. This is when that bend knee happens. And we're throwing that straight. So you don't want to get rid of all your energy. And then look, we can do it again. This arm up. What happens? Rotates. Fingertips towards the middle forearm. Nice. Swing. You'd be swing stepping here. Fingertips pointing towards the forearm. Your turns. Nice. I love those body turns. Polish the table. You're starting to move forward now, right? Polish the table. Arm to your chest, but you have not turned your upper body yet much. Now, upper body turns. Feel it power the strike. And up. And in to the center. Okay, point towards that middle forearm. And swing. Polish the table. And turn. Now the turn is only to square. Only to square. And up. And in. We'll be doing this a lot. Here. And nice. One more time. Now, why might I be doing this on both sides? Because that's what we're going to do today. So there's some tricky footwork that goes with this. It's not tricky except for balance. Okay? And I'm going to ask you to sort of high five me and just mirror me. If that doesn't work for you, do whatever works for you. Right? So I'm going to put, so this should feel a little bit like you just got out of left brush knee if you high five me, right? That's your right hand here. And this is where you would be, right? But I want to look at the footwork. You're in a left step. This allows me to be able to sort of mirror you, to see you too, okay? What you're going to do is come back just a little bit. And when you come back just a little bit, remember the tip you have forward sort of stays tipped, right? You come back, but what are you doing? You're really just coming back to move the weight onto your left heel, right? So from the whole foot where it had been, it's coming back and your knees sort of unbending a little bit when that happens. Then you're going to pivot out. What does that mean? You're really opening right here. This stays open, but you're opening right here to the corner. Now, what I want you to do this time is go stand in the corner. So push with your back foot and go stand in the corner and just if you need to put this foot down, put this foot down. I want you totally balanced here. Because what you're going to do here is you're going to turn your upper body towards the corner. And as you do, you're going to take a step. Okay? And then what are you going to do? Heel, ball, toe, bend, knee, turn. Now, when you've done that, I want you to feel both feet Do you feel like your weight is on all of both of the feet, or is it like more on the inside of your back foot? Does anybody feel like the weight is more on the inside of their back foot rather than on the whole foot? Ah, we have a candidate. This is because your knee is not in the same direction. Probably, it could be how your body's built, but what you want to make sure is that this is very open here and your knee is going out towards the corner. And when you do that, probably your back leg is going to feel more like it's what we call being on the bubbling well, where you've got your whole foot there on the ground. But don't worry, you're going to get a lot of practice, because what are we going to do now? We're going to shift back a little bit. And when we do, we're going to pull a little more weight to the back, but we're getting the weight in the heel only, the heel pad. And what are we going to do? We're going to turn this out. Now, the hard part about this is both of these are open now, right? You may have to take smaller steps in order for this to work for you, because you don't want this knee to come in, right? You want that knee to be out. Then what are we going to do? We're going to go diagonally. I want you to take your Tai Chi pole, move it diagonally over the heel of this foot, right? You can put this foot down if you want, but you're going to turn when you do your swing step. So you can go ahead and turn and swing that foot if you want. It's up to you. Root with that heel, because you're going to go heel, ball, toe. As we move forward, heel, ball, toe. You're starting to turn, but your upper body really turns at that moment you throw that strike. So we're back where we started. So let's do it 2 more times. Right? You're back where you started. Your left foot is forward. We're going to come back and go out. We're going to push with this foot and go stand in the corner. Stand in the corner. Once we know we're there, don't do it until you know you're in the corner, or you'll fall over probably. Turn on your Tai Chi pole and step out. Root with that right foot, that heel, and heel, ball, toe. You're starting to turn back. Bend knee, big turn. A turn of your torso. And come back, go out, go stand in the corner. You may have to push with your back foot to get there. Feel very erect. Once you feel erect, swing, step. You're polishing the table now, and bend knee, strike. Do you get how this is going to work? Okay. We're going to try it together. I'm not putting it on because you can still mirror me. We can do this forever. Okay. So from here, this should feel a lot. So we're going to try it together, but we're going to put our arms. Let's see, is this? I'm going to start here, actually. That way it's where you're used to starting, right? I've intentionally started where you weren't used to starting, but I want you to start there. So this should feel like the end of the brush knee, you know, right? With your right hand up. Okay, what's going to happen? You're going to start to come back, get that weight on your heel, and on that same side as you're turning out, the hand comes halfway up. Right. Nice. Then it rotates. There's a small turn of your body, but you keep looking forward, and you notice that my hands are right along the center line. Right? Now, what do? Go stand in the corner. How do we get there? Push with the back foot. Take your Tai Chi pole all the way to the corner as this arm is starting to come down. Then big swing once you're there. Step. Check, see if you've got a bow step. Then what are we going to do? Polish the table and strike. Got it? And good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now we're going to do it on this side. Coming up. What's happening with your foot? It's getting into the heel so that we can turn that right foot out as what? We rotate that right arm, right? And look at this. Here we are, right in the center, right in the center. And put yourself in the corner. Swing, step, for a bow step. Polish the table. And strike, turn, bend knee. Nice. Then you could move back. And coming up, going out, rotating and staying at the center. Nice. Fingers pointing towards the middle forearm. Nice, nice correction. And stand on that left foot and swing. Step. Polish the table, bring it to your shoulder. Bring it to your shoulder. And strike, turn, bend knee. And up. And out. They rotate. Remember that you're pointing towards the middle forearm. That's right, good correction. Stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table. Do you feel like you could throw that strike? Yeah, throw that strike, bend that knee. Nice. All right. So we're going to do a lot more of this next week, but what I want to do is show you how this sequence really goes together with what you've already learned. So let's get ourselves in a empty step, a left empty step. Our weight mostly is about 70% of our weight is on the back. We're going to shift our weight back and drop that elbow. Look at that hand. One's going down, one's going up. We're turning, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. We're going to do handstrom salute. Shift weight forward, bring the back foot in. You're giving way. Pushing with the front foot and turning and coming back. Notice my left hand turned here. Heel down, one up, one down. What do we do now? Right arm's going to rotate. Left arm's coming sort of over the top as we turn for another brush knee. Swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Now, what are we going to do? You're going to push back a little with that front foot. Get that in your heel. Left hand rises halfway and then rotates to the center. Go stand in your left front corner. Swing, step, polish the table. Don't forget to bring that left arm to your shoulder. Keep moving forward. Your right knee is bent a little, but now is when you really release it all. And then we're going to do the one we know. The right hand's going to come up. The right foot's going to go out as the right arm bends in towards the center. Go, stand in the right front corner. Swing, step for left brush knee. Polish that table. Oh, it's the one we know. and strike. And now what are we going to do? Hand strums the lute. Oh my gosh, you already know this. Oh, why? Now we're coming back. Strum that lute. And one more brush knee. Swing step. Polish the table. And strike. That's a big thing, right? So just a couple comments. I promise you, I tell you something that I'd learned from Master Yang. Master Yang says, anytime that you repeat a move, like we just did, left, right, left, right, left, right, right? Anytime in the form, you see the same move on one side and the next. And there's several moves that they do that with in this, how this form is designed. It is a clue to you that the martial art of this can be done again and again and again with your opponent. So throw that strike, throw that strike, throw that strike, throw that strike. Because remember, I talked to you before about how you could be deflecting. And if you think about it, you could be deflecting down here, right? Down here. Somebody's coming in, you catch them down here, right? And you're turning out of their way. They're trying to get your center, but your center moves, right? And you guide them to the side. Supposing it's a low punch, or it's a kick or something, right? Whatever it is here, you've got this arm too, right? That could deflect, right? Then so you think about it. We can talk more about it next week, but here you are. You can also catch somebody here, get them out of your way, right? You could grab them, you could push it out. It's a kick coming towards you, you could push it out. And if it doesn't work, it's okay, because whatever's coming towards me, I can get it too, right? Right? So whenever you see that, there's all sorts of moves. It means that in the martial art, you could continue. So this is a very powerful move, this brush knee. If you don't see it, it doesn't mean it can't be done necessarily, but it fits better with what it's near. Usually it means that you're in a position where it will be most effective. So the other thing we're kind of learning today is that the transitions between movements matter. And if you can make a transition so you can do the same movement on the same side, it may well be that the energy of the situation says it'll work. It may not, you may have to do something else, but it's something that you can do. So, brush knee is really important. It occurs many times in the form. So it's not like single whip, not quite so many, and some other moves, but it occurs a lot. So we'll do more of this next week, and see, where we go from there. All right. Any questions? I know it was a lot today. We good?
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Good hard work today. Looking good. See you next week.